Hey guys, hope you're all having an awesome night. I hope you all had an awesome holiday. I'm going to do a check-in and kind of see what's going on with the energies. It feels like stuff is shifting so regularly. So it feels like maybe like 1 minute you're feeling like a certain emotion or feeling, and then the next you're feeling something kind of different. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of chaos right now. But there's a lot of change that's going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of change energetic level as well. And kind of what I'm getting from spirit is a lot of you guys are transitioning certain things right now. Like you're ending certain cycles, but you're going through transitional periods. What I'm also getting too is like you're releasing a lot of past stuff. So there's like triggers and towers and certain events, like fated events they're saying, that are occurring right now to help you with releasing the past, but also seeing different perspectives on things. They're saying like helping you see through clarity and illusions. There's also something with throat chakra and communication, like speaking your truth, but expressing it in a different way, learning how to express things in a different way, and learning that it's like okay to communicate your feelings. There's something with people who, and it feels like a lot of the masculines have 111, I love it, have like a blockage with honoring their truth and feelings. And every time they go to say something that they really feel, it's like their inner child gets scared because of something that's happened in the past. So what I'm getting from spirit is they're helping them have like courage and faith to work up to kind of like slowly just telling you how they feel, or maybe they're doing it in like a roundabout way, trying to show you. But there is definitely something with the throat chakra and the heart chakra. Hi, you want to say hi? Say hi. A lot of you guys are coming into balance with your energies as well. So you might still kind of like feel like a little imbalance right now. They're showing me like the solar plexus chakra. So definitely some of this could be doing with confidence, empowerment, things like that. I'm getting from spirit also standing in your truth and like honoring your truth and your feelings. And some of the things that are coming up, you might not really feel like right now. Some of it might be past stuff, but it's like honoring your feelings in the moment, like even if they're uncomfortable or even if you don't like them, like allowing them to come up, like allowing yourself to feel them and acknowledging them for what they are in that moment, even if it's not reality in this moment, even though if you know deep down you don't feel that, allowing that truth to just be that truth for that moment and that time. There's something with the feelings and something with the past that's kind of coming back up. What I'm getting is a lot of you guys are ending cycles. So there's certain emotions, certain feelings, certain things that are kind of coming up from the past, something that ended maybe a few months ago for most people. And it's like, it's coming back up. I do get like some test triggers, but I also get like courage to move forward, like new beginnings with this. So I do feel like spirit's guiding you, but they're kind of taking a backseat. Like, what choices are you going to make? Like, you are a different person. Are you going to keep, following the same patterns? Or are you going to like acknowledge this for what it actually is? And it feels like spirit's helping these people who are ending these cycles. It doesn't feel like everybody's in this, but it feels like some people are, who are ending these cycles, helping you to see the ego stuff, helping you to see the conditioning, helping you to see the fears below the surface and why maybe you're going in this cycle like back and forth like multiple times, something like that. But yeah, I keep getting like blasts from the past and stuff. So it could be like old, it could be like exes coming back. It could be old friendships coming back. It could even be like family members and stuff, and random like text messages or phone calls or, shit like that. And more so feels like in the physical, some of you might be dreaming of some of these people, or energetically there's stuff going on. But for most people that are in that cycle, it feels like physically like coming back in some way, like not that you're going to get back together or things are going to work out this time. That's not even remotely what I'm getting. More so what I'm getting is clarity on your cycle, and more so what I'm getting from spirit is seeing the ego and the conditioning with this and seeing this pattern so you can finally end this pattern. They're saying like there's a lot with like true happiness and understanding certain things, but they're showing me like a lion, and they're saying like inner strength. So a lot of you, it's also a rebirth. So, in the dying process of the rebirth, sometimes it's, oh my God, her ears look so cute. It's like, it's in the dying process of the rebirth. Sometimes it's really difficult. So you might be like really struggling. You might be having like a difficult time. That's why it's important to like honor your feelings and also trust yourself. Like, what the best decision is for you. And sometimes it's like having, which we got the Fool card, which is the leap of faith, but it's having the leap of faith and trusting what you know. All right. So we have possibilities, existence, and the outsider. and going with the flow. They're having me show you these. So going with the flow, it's more so like allowing the emotions to flow. Some of you guys are feeling like old energy, you're feeling collective energy, you're feeling like sometimes divine counterparts energy and things like that. So if it doesn't relate to you right now, it might not be yours, or it might not be yours to process. Just try to let those emotions flow. And I say that, and it's difficult. I get it. Trust me when I tell you, I get it. So we got possibilities, existence, and the outsider. What I'm getting from spirit is like releasing conditioning and seeing something from a higher perspective. But what it feels like is like your inner child is curious, like what is going on. There's something where it's like you're wanting to know the answer, but you're not really getting clarity on it. And it's like in that almost stuckness or that difficult energy is like you're seeing something from a different perspective and you're rebirthing, and it's bringing you closer to what's transformation, but it's bringing you closer to like what you're trying to manifest, or like the heart's desire. Her eyes look so weird. The heart's desire, like what you're desiring, but it's like there needs to be a shift in perspective. There's something that you're not seeing. Some of this is childhood trauma and wounding. And it's like how it's manifesting in your life and like transitioning. Some of you, this is also like mental processes, like the way you process things, finding safety in certain things. I love it. I like lifted the card and it was the rebirth card. But yeah, it's like changing like actual behaviors for some of you. Some of you, it's also like mental processes as well. And shifting that type of stuff. Okay. So we got no-thingness, mind, right under mind we have schizophrenia, success, and the Fool. And then we have receptivity, schizophrenia, celebration, and abundance. So it's like, spirit's like fresh start. Like who wants a blank slate, fresh start? Like a lot of you guys are going through crown chakra purging. So there's a lot of, and even some of you guys are going through third eye chakra. So it's like areas where you didn't trust your intuition and things like that. Like you're learning how to do that, and spirit's probably pushing you pretty hard. But a lot of you guys are going through crown chakra purging. So it's like a lot of emotions, thoughts, and feelings, that kind of thoughts and things that have been going on. So spirit's saying like you will come out of this. Like you're going to feel like much better, more grounded. You're going to feel like freedom almost, but it's like you need to take a leap of faith. Like you've got to trust the process and you got to keep moving forward. Like trust the process, keep moving forward. It's not going to last forever. So we got receptivity, schizophrenia, celebration, and abundance. Yeah, it's really weird. What I'm getting is like a lot of you guys are going back and forth with energies. They're kind of showing me like a seesaw. It's like heart versus like safety. Like, what is it that I want? What is it I deserve? What is it I desire? Safety. Like, and it's like almost like they're not simultaneous to you, even though they technically are. It's like when you lead with your heart, like it's always going to lead you in the right direction, but it doesn't always feel like the safest choice. So there's something with that, but it also feels like some of you guys are going back and forth, and it's like you're going back and forth in energy. It feels like you're moving like 5 steps forwards, and then it feels like you're taking 10 steps back, and it's like you're going forward, but then spirit's like yanking you back almost to help you see something different, to help you clear something different, to almost like help you with releasing control, to help you with surrendering, to help you with accepting, to like allowing change. And it's like, what have you been asking them for? They're trying to give that to you. It's just like it might be coming in a roundabout way. For some of you, it does feel like I said before, like a mental process. It's like something that you get anxious or worried about, where you're like, there's fear and stuff like that behind it. And it's like, they're like putting you through the ringer because they're trying to help you get out of this specific thing. They're trying to help you clear this. But it definitely feels like some of you, it's emotional. Some of you, it's just like releasing things that had to do with other people. With the receptivity and abundance, it's like a lot of you guys actually aren't open to receiving. Like a lot of you guys aren't in very balanced energies, and you're not even open to receiving some of the information from spirit. It's like you don't want to actually acknowledge your true feelings, because for some of you it's painful. For some of you it's like acknowledging maybe you stayed in situations too long, you chose the wrong situations, whatever, or it's like you ran away from good situations. You didn't allow yourself good people and good situations. You chose maybe like a shitty job over like a job that would be great for you, but you were kind of scared or didn't feel like worthy or whatever. So there's a lot of that type of stuff coming up, because spirit wants you to actually open your heart and receive. And For some of you guys who have that like heart chakra opening right now, you're going through like a lot of emotions is what I'm getting from spirit. You're going through like a lot of emotions because they're trying to help you see where your blockage is. They're trying to help you see like where you're not allowing yourself to be open to receiving, and they're trying to help you with getting to like a different, like better space, like in your mind and in your heart. You want me to do from that deck or no? No? Okay, not right now, I guess. Moonology, okay. I pulled a few decks out, so we're gonna see. Just so you guys know, if you do want to book a reading, I'm doing them at the shop more days. So if you want to book a reading, just shoot me a message, Gaia Spiritual Healing on Facebook or Instagram, for either, and just let me know in person or through a video chat if you want 30 or 60 minutes. And I'm going to start doing some more specials too, like the tarot videos and stuff like that. I'm going to start doing those, like offering them probably like we'll see what my energy is like every week or every other week, and offering probably every other week and doing like the tarot videos on specific days. So if you guys do have like questions and stuff you want to know. Okay, so we have faith in your dreams on the bottom. Then you have your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn, a new romantic cycles, new moon in Libra. Don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. Oh my God, that feels like such heavy energy. What I'm hearing from spirit is don't give up on like what it is that you want. Like your ego might be bruised, like you might be getting triggered. There might be towers. Spirit's saying there's a lot of illusions. You're good enough. It's not underneath that. But Spirit's saying there's a lot of illusions in front of your face. Like we're putting them in front of your face because we're trying to help you with overcoming certain things. So some of you, it is having trust and faith in what it is that you know and like your intuition. Some of you, it is also standing up for yourself and standing in your power and choosing yourself and making choices for you that like you don't need other people to tell you and like spirit to push you, like literally seeing your worthiness and seeing your enoughness and making those choices. So if those type of things are going on for you, like things are going to be balanced, like things are going to be balanced, like kind of is what I'm getting from spirit is like they acknowledge like the work you're putting. They also acknowledge it's hard for some of you. You're struggling pretty fucking bad with like your emotions, kind of making decisions and things like that. But Spirit's saying like, if we take the ego out of it and we drop into the heart, we drop into the soul, what's going to come? And so there's going to be a balance in that, in the energy and the shifting coming in the next few weeks. But some of you guys are just still in cycles with that. So that's why it hasn't like shifted yet. It's like you're getting like little breaks and then it's like popping back out again or whatever. All right. We got, oh, jeez, those just like flew out. That's it. Okay, we got changes. I keep seeing this card in my mind all day. Stress and love. And on the bottom, we have validation, self-love, and this was the card they were showing me earlier, strength. So there's definitely a lot of you guys standing in your confidence and power, choosing yourself, asking what is it that I deserve, what is it that I desire, and choosing yourself, even when that means making a difficult decision, choosing yourself and choosing yourself first. With the validation card, this is the inner child card, and this is to validate my feelings are valid, my needs are valid, my desires are valid, my emotions are valid. And I get from spirit is like some of you guys invalidate. It's like, well, I'm asking for too much, or like I'm too, perfect example, like I'm too anxious. So like I need, you know, my partner or my friend or whatever to validate me or, you know, to communicate. And it's like if you're being responsible for your emotions and feelings, but like it makes you feel better to get something from your friend than ask, like it's okay, like to need extra things or to need more than somebody in one area. That's a balance, you know, and it's being, we got confidence I just opened, but it's a balance. It's knowing that like it's okay for you to need a little extra. It's okay for you to need that and to validate yourself, you know. I know like for myself, sometimes I need validation with certain things because of, you know, things from my childhood. And so I struggle with the unknown with certain things. I struggle with certain areas where there's trauma there and stuff. And it's like, as much as I'm processing and I'm working through it on my own, sometimes I need a little extra validation to make me feel better and stuff like that. And it's not holding other people responsible for you, but it's also like asking for your needs to get met. And is this person able to meet them or not? That's okay. But there's nothing wrong with you needing things. There's nothing wrong with you wanting things. There's nothing wrong with your emotions being the way they are. And like, Spirit's like, stop apologizing for your emotions. Stop apologizing for your needs. Like, you are entitled to feel how you want to feel. You're entitled to do things and get what you need. Like, that's okay. They're just saying, try to get out of the ego. Like, try to get out of the ego with it. There's a lot of ego talk today. Try to get out of the ego with stuff, because like, when you're doing things from an ego perspective, you're really not going to get your needs validated, or you're not going to actually believe in it, because you're just trying to feed this like narrative. And they're saying that's a lot of the changes that are taking place with some of you guys, is that type of stuff. So we got changes, stress, and love. I definitely get relationship balances coming. For some of you, it's like there might be some type of emotional distance. I was going to say like a separation, but I'm not getting a separation. I'm more so getting like this emotional disconnect, or like this emotional distance. There might be like changes in your relationship that's like causing a lot of emotions to come up. But Spirit's like, rest assured, it's actually bringing balance. It doesn't seem that it's bringing balance. It doesn't really seem that it's doing a lot other than causing chaos, but it's actually bringing balance. And it's like, when you're standing up for yourself and your worth, you're teaching the other person what you need, what you desire and stuff, but you're also like learning. Like, there's a lot of mirroring, reflecting going on. They're saying more so reflecting going on. So when something's coming up for you, reflecting on what this is, and it's allowing the other person to reflect on it as well, so you guys can start making changes and shifts. It feels like you guys are going to grow from this, though. It feels like for people who are in these stressful relationships, or these stressful, like highly emotional changes in their relationships, it feels like it's going to bring you guys closer together, and it's going to make you stronger in the end. Sometimes it's just the challenges, and sometimes it's also like going through these challenging situations with people and showing them like, I'm not going to give up on you. I'm going to support you and love you. Like, I love you. And it's not unconditional, bullshit. It's not unconditional acceptance, but it's unconditional love, like, we can love somebody, but not unconditionally tolerate their bullshit, and that's our own shit too. That's not one-sided. It's both-sided, because we all do shit, whatever, but it's setting those boundaries. But it's also like, I love you. Like, why am I going to give up on you? Like, whatever. And for some of you, and this is not like toxic, unhealthy shit. Like, that's not at all what Spirit's saying. This is people that there's that underlying respect. There's boundaries. There's, healthy behaviors. There's communication. There's things like that. That's what they're talking about. They're not talking about, and they're like, we're not talking about the exes and like the old shit coming up. We're talking about people who are in current relationships or current situations where this is going on. For some of you, this is like a partner. Some of you, this is like a friend, or, an in-between stage. Because I'm getting like some of you guys are like in between the friendship and like the romantic relationship. There's a lot of like unknowns and stuff. They're like smiling like it's all going to work out, but it's like, you're probably not feeling that right now. For some of you, and it feels like very few people this is for, it's like a mother. It feels like there's changes in your relationship with your mom, and there's something that's going on with this specific thing, and it feels like this just like push-pull, like almost like imbalance. But Spirit's like, rest assured, it's gonna balance out. Like, you guys are clearing the chaos. You're clearing all this extra like murky shit energy, this shadowy murky energy, to bring in like this calm peacefulness, to bring in the healthy coping tools and things like that. And I'm also hearing like getting rid of the ego, learning to trust in your intuition and self, like trusting in clarity, like that you're getting, trusting in the messages you're getting, like seeing through illusions and bullshit. Like, some of you guys are working on actual trust with this other person as well, and like maybe their choices, or maybe faithfulness, or certain things like that, trusting in yourself as well, like in your own feelings, your own emotions and stuff. So I don't know if that's FedEx. I have 38 boxes. Well, I had 40 crystal boxes coming in today, but 38 from FedEx. I only got 14 of them, so I'm like waiting for the other 24. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. So if you guys don't see me for like 3 years, send me some pickles and some pizza and some caffeine or something. All right. So weird. The energy just shifted and got so still right now. So still. Keep getting like your dreams are coming. Like kind of what I'm getting from spirit is like your dreams are coming, but you're not seeing that. Like what you're seeing in front of you is not the reality. Some of you guys are learning about illusions and like what reality actually is, and like seeing through false narratives and conditioning and like shit that's been ingrained in you for generations and past lives and like all kinds of stuff. And some of you guys are like clearing ancestral karma, and some of you guys are light workers, like coming into your abilities even more. And sometimes those transitions are tough as shit. I'm not gonna lie, some of them are tough. I am speaking from experience when I say that. All right, we got patience, harmony, and hope. What I'm getting from spirit is for some of you guys who are struggling with these transitional periods in your relationships, this definitely feels like love and romantic relationships. That's all I'm getting is to be patient, like to be patient with yourself and your partner as you guys are going through this. You're going through this to grow through this is what I'm getting from spirit. Like you're going through this to grow through this. Only take it if this message resonates, and you'll know if it resonates with you because you'll feel it internally. Like you'll know that like, okay, this is kind of how I've been feeling. Like I feel like things are going to work out. Like everything's going to be fine, even though I'm not seeing it. Like, no, you're not lying to yourself. Spirit's like, you know what you feel? Like, you know what your intuition is? Like, you know what messages we're giving you? We're giving you signs. We're giving you messages. We're giving you animals. We're giving you songs. Like, we're giving you all this shit. We're not giving it to you to fuck with you. We're giving it to you to help you push through this. Even though you're not seeing it in front of your face, we're giving you those little bits of hope. So trust in it, okay? They're not fucking with you. They're like, we're not fucking with you. Even though maybe it feels like it. All right, you got choose wisely, material and spiritual prosperity in the middle. And then you got, I don't know why I just saw that as like somebody being like, fuck you, and sticking their middle finger up, and they're like walking away from some toxic ass situation. Like, I am fucking done. It feels like a masculine energy kind of walking away from an ex, or like somebody who's maybe like fucking with them or trying to manipulate him, or like, it almost feels like they're seeing through some illusions and bullshit, and they're just like, are you fucking kidding? Like, I'm done. And a big like, fuck you, I'm done for good. And like, boom, like closure. And spirit showed me this like door, like this heavy ass door slamming, and like, boom, I'm done. That's not the entire message. They're just showing me that. So I guess whoever needs that. We got victory and success and throat chakra. Oof, hold on. I'm just getting dizzy as shit. Spirit's like, you're going to make the right choice. Stop worrying about it. You're going to make the right choice. For whoever is in like a transition period, or like uncertain about like, am I going to make the right choice? Am I going to make the right decision? Some of you, it feels like you've already made a choice recently and you're questioning it. Did I or did I not make the right choice? Some of you, it definitely has to do with money or like your family, career, something like that. Some of you, I'm also getting like moving or traveling. It doesn't really feel a relationship like for most people. The other ex shit did, but this doesn't. This feels like either you did this like within the last few months or last few weeks. And it's like, trust the process. Like, you made the right choice. Like, you know, you made the right choice, even though maybe you're sitting in a little discomfort. Maybe you're kind of like questioning, like, why did I do this? Oh shit, did I make a mistake? Spirit's like, trust, like, you got this. Like, you already made the right choice. For some of you who are stuck with deciding on something, stop listening to your ego. Trust. We got victory and success and throat chakra. I don't know why I get this energy if somebody's like gonna open up to you and confess something, like they're gonna like, oh, like kind of what they're showing me is the megaphone in it. It's like they're just gonna like profess their love, or they're going to just like profess their feeling, just tell you something maybe you've been wanting to hear or something. It's just like one day it's gonna just kind of be like, by the way, I love you. And it's just like this strong, like almost energy. And like what I'm seeing is it's like hitting somebody, and like the other person's starting to cry because they've been like waiting for this so long or something like that. It feels like this person's working up some courage to be able to open their throat chakra up and talk. We got a lot about throat chakra in the beginning before I even pulled the card, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. It mostly feels like kind of what I talked about earlier. But some of you guys who are struggling with the throat chakra thing, spirits like practice like saying it out loud. Even if you're not directly saying it to the person or somebody else, try to practice saying it out loud and getting more comfortable with your thoughts and your emotions. It definitely feels like some of you guys maybe struggle with with actually saying how you really feel. Like there's some anxiety or fear there. It feels like somehow is being mirrored to that person. Like the people who are struggling to talk, it's like there's somebody in their life or there's somebody they're witnessing or they're seeing that's actually helping them to see like it's okay to talk about your feelings and emotions. Like it's all good. Like they're like, it's all gravy, baby. It's all gravy. All right. We got accelerated motion, destiny, fertility, moving on. So we got destiny and fertility right there in the middle. We got accelerated motion and moving on. Spirit is like, you need to move on from the past and close chapters before this comes in for you. Once you are ending of a cycle, once you have actually moved past this, some of you is trusting divine timing, I'm getting too, but once you've actually moved past this lesson and this cycle, allow this to trickle in. Allow this, it's going to come in slowly. For some of you, it might just kind of be out of nowhere, but it feels like it's going to kind of come in slowly for some of you guys. It's like you're going to start seeing like as you're, and some of you guys are already seeing this now, as you're making shifts and changes, this is like slowly coming in. And this is like what you desire. This is like your heart's desire. This is your destiny. This is something that is very heart-centered. This feels like a soul calling. It feels like something that you've been longing for. Some of you, it feels like 2 or 3 years. It feels like something that you've been like longing for. I'm getting like November too for some reason. I don't know if maybe it started in November. You've been wanting it since like November 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know, but that's what I'm getting, like October, November. So, but yeah, it's like your soul's calling for this for a reason. And like, yeah, it might be difficult and hard, but Spirit's like, don't give up. Like kind of the card we got earlier is like, don't give up. Like, you know what you want. Like, you know what you deserve. Don't give up. Like you are working through shit. So it comes in and it's going to be something that's really beautiful. Some of you guys are learning to embody your feminine energy and coming into Empress energy. It's like, you're not really there right now. What is that? What is it you're showing me? It's almost like not, it's like in the middle of like, what is that? I don't know what that would be, but almost like not like a princess, but like something like, not quite the queen, but definitely not like the Empress. And the Empress is kind of like this really strong, like feminine energy, this feminine presence who allows things to flow through her, who trusts in her intuition, who really stands up for herself, but does it in a very soft and loving, kind way, who is not in the ego, who is like in the nurturing, like loving energy, like that mama bear type, you know, like loving, let me come give you a hug and nurture you, make you some fucking chocolate chip cookies, like you had a bad day, let me, you know, give you some love type stuff. So it's like some of you guys are working on coming into that energy and like trusting in what you're feeling. Like Spirit is really strong on this. It's like trusting what you're feeling. Like, and they're showing me roots. It's like you're building roots, you're building the foundation. And sometimes when you're building a foundation, everything, you know, isn't fucking smooth. Like shit happens, some storms come in, you know, fuck some stuff up. But it's like, are you going to still continue to build that foundation or are you going to walk away from it? And it's like, I was going to say it's your choice, but it doesn't really feel like it's your choice. It feels like you're going to keep having this longing and calling and pulling to you. Why are you not just accepting it? Like for some of you, it's like, why are you just not accepting it? Like, you know, this is coming for you. Just trust. Like, and I am getting, for some of you guys, you're getting hit with some triggers and towers because Spirit's really testing you. And they're just like, come on. Like, what is this? Like, you're just going to give up now? Like, you've been working for how long for this? Like, you're just going to give up now? Like, we need you to push past this. We need you to push through this. And on the other side of this pain and on the other side of the fear and on the other side of all this shit is like rainbows. It's beautiful. It's this beautiful, like, love energy. It's this soul energy. It's this soul calling. It's part of your life path. It's part of your destiny. So I actually love this message today. I'm really grateful for this message. I hope that it brings some of you guys like hope who have kind of, and I just lifted the deck and helped some of them, but hope who have been kind of struggling. Like, I get it, you know, it's hard. Like, it's hard. I go through the same shit. Yeah, I've been like recently going through some like harder stuff and Spirit's been really trying and testing me and they barely tell me what it's for. Once in a while I get like some epiphanies and stuff, but it's like, you just got to keep having the faith and courage and moving forward. And when you're lacking the faith, you know, this is what I try to do is drop into what do I intuitively know? What do I feel in my heart? Even though everything I'm seeing on the outside isn't necessarily what that is. What do I know in my heart? And sometimes that's really hard because you're getting triggered with outside stuff that shows you the opposite of what you internally know. Some of it is like a surrendering control to timing and all of that, but seeing past illusions, because it's like you actually know. And spirit will, you know, send in some thoughts and some energies and some triggers and some stuff. And it's like, are you going to keep trusting in yourself? Or are you going to keep trusting and moving on the path, you know? And they're trying to actually help you with strengthening that. So I get the journey. It's difficult. I'm on it with most of you guys. So like, I get it. But I do think that, like, if you look back at kind of how much you've changed and how much you've grown over the last, like, friggin', I would say even like a few months, but like even the last 2 years, like, and some of you guys I'm getting from spirit or going back to old energy to see how different you felt and to see how different you handled situations. And some of you guys are actually getting hit with energy where you're acting like your old self to kind of be like, oh shit, that's how I used to act. Oh wow, look how different I act and stuff like that. And some of you guys are going to be helping other people with those things too, because people can energetically feel you're shifting that within you. And so they trust you on an intuitive, energetic level because they feel that you've made that shift and transition, versus people who haven't, you're not going to trust them as much. So anyway, I really do hope that this helps, and wishing you guys so much love and light.